The Premier League transfer window has closed, yet Liverpool remain inactive in the market. Thierry Henry gives his take on Liverpool's silent strategy this window. What did he say? Stay tuned to find out. And we've got some exciting football news for you, so stick around until the end to catch all the latest updates. And don't forget to leave 300 likes to keep us motivated in bringing you the latest football updates. Carlisle United, rock bottom of League Two, are making headlines for all the wrong reasons. The club has already sacked 2 managers this season, with Mike Williamson shown the door after just 25 games. Before him, Paul Simpson also failed to turn things around. Now, with the club sitting dead last with a miserable 21 points from 28 games, the local press has given them a brutal nickname, the worst team in England. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and Carlisle are now eyeing a managerial appointment that would send shockwaves through English football. Steven Gerrard. Yes, the same Gerrard who once ruled Anfield's midfield, the same Gerrard who nearly led Rangers to European glory. After an underwhelming spell in Saudi Arabia, could the Liverpool legend be tempted back to English football? The big question is, why would Gerrard take this job? Managing Carlisle United right now is like trying to steer a sinking ship in a storm. But maybe, just maybe, this is the kind of challenge that excites a man like Gerrard. If he takes the job and pulls off a miracle escape, it could restore his reputation and open doors to bigger opportunities. One thing's for sure, if this happens, League Two just got a lot more interesting. As the January transfer window slams shut, one of the biggest talking points in English football is Liverpool's conspicuous lack of activity. Despite widespread speculation, Arne Slot's side has not made a single signing this winter. Instead, the Reds seem content with their current squad, preferring stability over a mid-season spending spree. Legendary Arsenal striker turned football analyst Thierry Henry weighed in on Liverpool's transfer stance, describing it as a calculated and disciplined approach. Liverpool have a clear plan, he noted during a major sports discussion program. Rather than rushing into the market for a quick fix, they're prioritizing what they already have. In modern football, that kind of stability can be just as valuable as a big-money signing. While Henry acknowledged the risks involved in standing still, he also pointed out the club's existing strength. Look at the spine of this team: Mohamed Salah, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Virgil van Dijk. These players provide a foundation that few clubs can match. Liverpool's focus might be on reinforcing that strength rather than making hasty additions. Reports indicate that the club's hierarchy is more invested in securing long-term futures for key players than gambling on expensive new recruits. Extending the contracts of Salah, Trent, and Van Dijk appears to be the top priority. With these players entering critical stages in their careers, ensuring they remain at Anfield could prove more valuable than a panic buy. Another crucial element of Liverpool's strategy is their emphasis on youth development. Henry pointed out that the Reds have historically thrived by promoting talent from within. Liverpool's academy has produced some real gems over the years, he stated. Perhaps they see a future star already in their ranks, someone who can step up rather than looking elsewhere. The Merseyside club's measured approach is not without precedent. Under the guidance of their recruitment team, Liverpool have often preferred to wait for the right player at the right price rather than diving into the market for short-term solutions. This method has brought success before, and it appears the philosophy remains unchanged under Arne Slot's tenure. That being said, sources close to the club suggest that Liverpool are keeping a close eye on opportunities. Should the right player become available, someone who fits both the team style and financial structure, they are prepared to move. However, nothing concrete has materialized as of yet. One factor influencing Liverpool's caution could be the ever-evolving financial landscape of football. With clubs spending exorbitant sums on players, the Reds may feel that now is not the right time to engage in an inflated market. Instead, they may choose to bide their time and make their move when conditions are more favorable. Liverpool's approach could also stem from Arne Slot's confidence in a squad. The Dutchman inherited a team with immense quality and experience. Rather than disrupting the balance mid-season, he may prefer to fine-tune what's already working and make additions in the summer when better options arise. Of course, fans will have their own views on the matter. Some may argue that fresh reinforcements were needed, particularly in defense. Others will admire the club's patience and trust in their existing squad. Only time will tell whether this cautious approach pays off or leaves Liverpool regretting their inactivity. One thing is certain: Liverpool's transfer policy is a fascinating contrast to some of their Premier League rivals, who have spent heavily in pursuit of success. The club's decision to stick rather than twist could either be a stroke of genius or a missed opportunity. As the season unfolds, all eyes will be on Liverpool. Have they made the right call by resisting the temptation to spend, or will their reluctance to dip into the market come back to haunt them? The answer will be revealed in the months ahead. What do you think about Liverpool's decision to stay quiet in the transfer market? Do you agree with Thierry Henry, or should the Reds have made a move? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Liverpool's new era under Arne Slot is starting to take shape, and with it comes bold decisions. One of the biggest so far? James McConnell is here to stay. Initially, there were whispers of a potential loan move, and even Slot himself hinted at the possibility. But as it turns out, the young midfielder isn't going anywhere. He's now firmly part of the first team setup, a sign that Slot sees something special in him. Meanwhile, Jadon Danns is heading out, set to join Sunderland on loan. One player stays, another departs, as the manager fine-tunes his squad for the second half of the season. But what about Tyler Morton? The young midfielder was close to a move, with Middlesbrough making a strong push to sign him. Reports suggest their offer could have exceeded £10 million, yet Liverpool turned it down. The negotiations were there, the interest was real, but ultimately, Morton remains at Anfield. What's clear is that Liverpool were open to selling, but not at a price they deemed too low. And now, he's in limbo, available but unlikely to feature much. That's because McConnell is the one who's been given the responsibility. His rise comes with risk, of course. Ryan Gravenberch has held down the midfield, and so far, injuries haven't been an issue. But if that changes, McConnell will have to step up. Slot is making a statement here, trusting a young talent in a critical role rather than looking elsewhere for reinforcements. It's a high-stakes gamble, but it also speaks volumes about the faith he has in the 19-year-old. McConnell now faces the biggest test of his young career. If injuries hit Liverpool's midfield, the pressure will mount, and Slot's decision will truly be put to the test. But perhaps this is how stars are made. Thrown into the fire, forced to adapt, and given the chance to prove they belong at the very top. One thing's for sure, the second half of Liverpool's season just got a whole lot more interesting. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what your opinion. Tie your shoelaces and let's talk football again. See you soon.